With the final season of Outlander just around the corner, I found myself thinking back to that very first episode. You know, the one where the Druids dance in the early morning light, carrying glowing torches through the misty woods. It was magical, breathtaking really. And ever since that moment, I've wanted to make my own Druid torch, just like the ones the women carry in that beautiful scene. Of course, I've never quite gotten round to it, until now. And since I'm not exactly dancing through any standing stones at dawn, I decided to turn mine into a cosy nightlight instead. Something gentle and glowy I can keep on my bedside table. Not just something for frolicking around the garden in the dark. Although, no judgment if that's your thing. I started with a lucky find, a chunky candlestick from Vinted. Only £1. It's nice and heavy, which makes it perfect for both a sturdy base and a handle. Next, I pulled out one of those flame effect LED lamps I originally bought for my log burner. It's remote controlled, rechargeable, a lovely little fake fire that flickers beautifully without the smoke. I thought, perfect! Now for the lantern itself, I grabbed a plastic pop bottle, I snipped off the spout and then cut along one of the natural ridges, which handily gave me a nice straight cutting guide. The flickering lamp fits inside perfectly. To give the bottle that glowing aged look from the show, I used some heavy duty tissue paper left over from a previous lamp project. I diluted Mod Podge with water and gave the paper and the bottle a good coating. This paper is quite sturdy and it likes a good soak. Before sticking it down, I gently scrunched and folded the tissue to give it texture, just like the layered seams on the torches in the show. Once fully saturated, I rolled it onto the bottle. and added a few torn strips around the edges to cover any gaps and blend everything in. To warm up the glow, I tucked a layer of orange tissue paper inside the bottle. It gives a subtle candlelight feel, especially with the flickering flame lamp behind it. Once everything was dry, I popped on a mask and gloves and gave the outside a good coat of UV resin for strength. It cures to a high shine, so I soften the finish with a frosted glass spray. Giving it that lovely diffused glow. Back to the candlestick. I used air dry clay to cover those floral shapes at the base. And smoothed everything out before painting the whole thing in white. Around the base I wrapped some natural hemp string to add a rustic touch and finished it off with a protective varnish spray. Then for the finishing detail, I took some faux fern leaves, arranged them into a circular shape and twisted them together to make a little green crown. I glued this to the top of the candlestick before securing the torch in place. few extra ferns around the sides helped echo the look of the Druid torches from the show. And there it is, a project I've been meaning to make for years. A flickering, fern-topped Druid torch that doubles as a cosy bedside lamp. Magical by day and even dreamier at night. Thanks so much for watching and joining me here in my little corner of the studio. Until next time, may your Mod Podge be smooth, your batteries be charged and your nightlights be softly glowing. Bye bye for now.